Hi everyone, it's Emma and welcome to my channel. This is officially the first video on my YouTube channel. I have a TikTok account where I talk about books. It's called Library of Emma. You can go follow it if you want. And I also have an Instagram account, which is also Library of Emma, and there's a lot of fun pictures of my favorite book annotations on there. I thought it'd be fun to start a YouTube channel because then I can make longer videos talking about book recs and doing vlogs. Since it's summer for me right now, I thought it would be fun to do a summer book rec video with some of my favorite summer reads. Starting off, I'm sure most people have read this, but we have The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. This is about Belly, and every summer she goes to a beach house, and there she has her friends Conrad and Jeremiah, who have always been like brothers to her, but as she gets older, they start noticing her more. And she has always loved Conrad, always been in love. But Jeremiah starts kind of like getting her attention, and it's about a love triangle with the three of them. It's a really fun read, super quick and easy. If you hate reading, you will love this. My friend never reads, and I lent her my series, and it's her favorite series now. And also, there's a show on Prime Video, which really recommend. I just realized that I didn't tell you who The Summer I Turned Pretty was by, but it's by Jenny Han, amazing author, and she makes a little cameo appearance in her own series. The next book I'm going to recommend is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. This is about Lena, who her mother has just passed, and her wish was for Lena to spend her summer in Italy. So she moves to Italy and into a house with this guy who her mom was apparently best friends with, and she finds a journal. And in this journal, it tells all about her mom's summer in Italy when she lived there. Lena also meets Ren while she's there, who is a guy who kind of lives like near the house that she's staying in, and they start following all the fun like little things that her mom used to do. They go to Tuscany, they go to Florence, they go to this gelato place, and he's basically just showing her all these places, and it takes you to Italy. I have never been to Italy, but this book makes me want to go. The next book I never see anybody talk about, which gets me mad because it is so good. It is so underrated. It's When We Collided by Emery Lloyd. This book, amazing. Definitely check up trigger warnings before you read it. But this is about Vivi. She lives in this small beach town. Her mom and her just moved there. Her mom's an artist. She meets this guy, Jonah. And basically they become friends, and you kind of get to know both of them. Vivi is very chaotic, where Jonah is very calm, and they kind of balance each other out. Jonah is an amazing cook, works in his father's restaurant, and the two of them spend the summer together and have all these adventures and get to know each other. The next book I'm going to talk about is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. It's set at a lake house where Persephone grew up during the summer. She meets Sam and Percy, who live in the lake house next door, and it talks about them being best friends, and then something happens, and you don't know what happens, but all of a sudden they're not talking, they have a falling out, and you don't know what it is, until Persephone gets a call one day saying that she needs to go back because Sam and Percy's mom died, and she was really close to their mom. So she goes back for the funeral, and she reconnects with Sam and Percy, and you kind of find out what happens. It switches chapters, alternating past and present, and it's all leading up to you finding out what the big fallout was. 'Cause a lot like Love in Other Words, if you've read that. The author just also recently came out with Meet Me at the Lake, which is another summery book. I have not read it yet, but I definitely want to. This next book I absolutely love. It is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther, and if you love Taylor Swift, you will love this book. Especially, it has so many little like hidden things from Fearless that like I loved it. Fearless is definitely one of my favorite eras, and so this was chef's kiss, mwah. Literally like every single thing I would find, like these are all little tabs. I don't know if you can see. You can't really see, but it's tabbed with all the little Taylor Swift references, and I loved it. It's set at Martha's Vineyard, and it's about Meredith, who just recently lost her sister Claire, and she gathers with her family for a big summer like wedding kind of thing, and they play this game called Assassin, and it's basically like tag and it's like Water Assassin. Like, I don't know if anybody plays that at their school, but my school we do Water Assassin. Basically trying to get the other person out by shooting them with water in like a water gun or any type, like water balloons, bucket of water. Any way you can get them out. And Meredith teams up with this groomsman who she finds kind of cute, and they make an alliance. Now, nobody else knows about this alliance except the two of them, so they work together to get to the end. And basically, it's just them playing this giant game of Assassin in the summertime, and it's the perfect summer read if you want something super entertaining. Next, we have We Were Liars and Family of Liars by E. Lockhart. So, We Were Liars is the first book that you read, and it's about Katie Sinclair, and her family owns an island, so every summer she goes to the island with her cousins and also Gat, who is her love interest, and she one summer suffers a major head injury and forgets everything from that summer. So she goes back to the island after a year. She skips a year going to the island, and basically she just tries to piece together everything that's happening because she's so confused because nobody will tell her anything. And little by little, her memory comes back, and when I tell you there's an insane plot twist, like literally insane. But the prequel to this is Family of Liars, and I actually liked Family of Liars a lot better than We Were Liars. And this is about Katie's mom and her sisters when they were growing up. I think it's set in like the 70s or 80s, but you get to see them and kind of their dynamic, and big plot twist again in this one. This one is definitely, they're both old money vibes. This one definitely more old money, but this one was so good. I found this one okay, but you do have to read this one before reading this one, which is why I'm recommending them both. But Family of Liars is where it's at. The next book I'm going to recommend is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Now, this follows Poppy and Alex. Now, the two of them are nothing alike, but they find similarity in where they vacation. Always take 1 week of vacation together every single summer, and then one summer something happens and you don't know what it is, and after that just like everything stops for 2 years. Then they go on a vacation again 2 years later, and you get to see how their dynamic has shifted and how what their fallout has done to them, and they have 1 week to figure out everything and see if they can become friends again, which is very realistic, I feel like, to how some friendships are. Okay, this book is a little different than all the other books I've been recommending. All of them are pretty much romances. This is not. This is Girl Overboard. I read this last summer. I got it in one of those little book packages where you don't know what you're getting. It was so good, let me tell you. So Izzy, the main character, goes on a cruise with her parents and does not want to be there. She's like, why am I on this cruise, Mom and Dad? And she meets Jade, this girl, who makes her time there way more interesting. She's a little reckless, but this cruise has this myth that people will jump overboard the ship for no apparent reason at all. So it's just kind of like a myth. People are like joking about it until Jade goes missing. And Izzy is like freaked out because her new best friend has gone missing. And she tells her parents, she tells the captain, and people are saying that Jade jumped off the ship. So Izzy digs into it and she tries to figure out what is going on. And it's different than any other summer book I've ever read, and I really liked it because of that. It's definitely, if you don't want like a cute summer romance, you want something a little bit more dark, I would definitely recommend Girl Overboard by Sandra Block. Last book for today is Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. It's about Bea and Samson, and Bea comes from poverty and Samson is rich. And the two of them find themselves neighbors for the summer and start realizing that, okay, we have nothing in common when it comes to wealth, but we have other things in common. They form a bond and start hanging out all the time, and like any good Colleen Hoover book, there's a big twist. They live on opposite sides of the country, but Bea is there for the summer, so they decide to just keep it a summer fling. Really cute, quick summer romance. If you just want something quick to read on vacation, this is perfect. That concludes my summer book recs, and if you want to see more videos, I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have a lot more coming soon. You can also follow my TikTok and my Instagram. They're both Library of Emma. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!